Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. All right, this time we're going to get to it quick, okay? Tomorrow night, big fight, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. First question, is the fight fixed? Now, nobody knows for sure, but I'm going to say I don't believe it's fixed. You got to understand something. People talk about the money. Anthony Joshua has money. I think he's probably got more than Jake Paul. And on the other side of that, he's already talking about Tyson Fury for the Saudi princes. That's going to be an epic amount of money. What Jake Paul could offer is just chump change compared to what a Saudi could offer, all right? Saudi's money is where the real money is. That's why WWE, boxing, all these people are going there. UFC would love to get on board if they could. And they've done shows over there. So, I mean, it's just the money is something you can't imagine. So Jake Paul can't compare to that. Also, to a boxer, a real legit boxer, a world champion, not some scrub, a world champion, would he really take a dive? People have to understand that boxing is a different game. It's a different sport. When Roberto Duran allegedly said no mas against Sugar Ray Leonard and quit, 30 years later, or more than 30 years later, there was a documentary made about it. Did he really say I quit? Would Roberto Duran, one of the baddest dudes of all time, really quit? You get blacklisted. Jake LaMotta, the Raging Bull, had an asterisk by his career because he took a dive in a fight. And also, how do people think these are such amazing actors that they can take a dive and make it believable? Some of the MMA fighters that Jake Paul has gone up against, I mean, some of them he's knocked out. And they're like, oh well, he took a pay cut, took a payout. Took a payout to what? Get brain damage? Is that really gonna matter? These guys already have money, so they're offering more money to get brain damage. These guys who are husbands and fathers, they're not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen, in my opinion. You know. So Anthony Joshua, would he really sacrifice his legacy? He wants to keep going. He wants to continue to be a fighter. If he gets knocked out by a YouTuber or a former Disney star, that's over. That's all over. So his legacy's gone. The millions that he could make afterwards are gone. And his own pride is hurt. He becomes a national joke for the rest of his life. May not matter to many people around here, but this guy is a huge superstar in Europe, especially England, where he's from. He doesn't want to become a joke. Who wants to be a joke? Nobody wants to be a joke. What do you think President Trump, who, has all this money, won the presidency twice, and he still gets so irritated with reporters because nobody wants to be a joke. So if you make him a joke, they're going to get offended. I mean, a talk show like The View with a bunch of obese cows making fun of him will still bother him. And he's so far above that. But he doesn't realize that, because if people pick at you, you're going to get upset. Anthony Joshua is not taking a dive. What I think is going to happen is Anthony Joshua is going to knock him out. That's what I believe. I think Jake Paul's going to get in there thinking it's going to be fun. It's going to be games. I've done this before. I think he's got a big head. I think he's knocked out a bunch of these washed up MMA fighters. And he's got all these yes men kissing his butt in the gym, in his personal life, on the streets. He thinks, I am a real fighter. I can do this. I can take on this guy and really knock him out. He's been knocked out before. I can be the next guy to do it. And I think it's ridiculous. I think he's being fed and gassed up to believe his own hype. And I think in this case, he's the great white hype, and that's going to get dashed. If you've ever seen that movie, it's a good movie. But it's going to get dashed. He's going to get knocked out and just blitzed in this fight. All right, that's my prediction. Anthony Joshua knockout. What round? I don't know, honestly. And it could go either way. You never know if he's going to toy with him or anything like that. But I honestly believe Anthony Joshua is going to knock him out. And I'll say second round. I can be completely wrong for a number of reasons, but I'm going to say second round. Anthony Joshua knocks him out. Dempsey, what do you think?
I don't really have many opinions on this. I just really hope Anthony Joshua, that's his name?
Yes.
Yeah, I really hope he wins because I don't like Jake Paul at all.
She's tired of the Jake Paul hype train as well.
Both of them, both of the brothers.
Both of the Paul brothers. Yeah, the Logan Paul fought KS. I don't know. Who cares?
Logan's worse, but
we're not going into that. I think Jake's worse, but I think he's disgusting. But anyway, all right, that's it for this week's episode.